What's up, residents? Jacob here in the flesh. I hope you're liking the new and improved Dangerville, and let's get into this atomic news update. So recently it was announced that Matt Shakman was going to be the main director on this new Apple TV series based around the Monsterverse between the times of Godzilla 2014 and Godzilla King of the Monsters. And thanks to the help from Gamora Island, it's been recently revealed that 4 assistant directors have been named. So when they announce something like this, where they have assistant directors, it just means that to go along with the main director, Matt Shakman, they have these 4 other individuals that will be probably directing either parts of the episodes or entire episodes on their own, similar to what happens in the show Mandalorian, if you're familiar with that. And this lineup of assistant directors is actually kind of promising, at least judging on their past work. First off, we have Jim Brevnar, who helped make the Godzilla 2014 movie. And on top of that, he also worked on Man of Steel, both of which are very awesome movies in my opinion, so that's pretty promising, I think. They both kind of have that dark, gritty feel that I really appreciate in my movies. The next director we have is Daniel Miller. Now, he's worked with Legendary before on the Lost in Space series. And while I've never actually watched that show, I guess it's done pretty good because it's got a few seasons out there and hasn't been canceled yet, so that's promising as well. The next 2 directors are ladies, the first of which being Emily Silver. She actually worked on one of my more recent favorite TV shows that's come out, Peacemaker, which is honestly awesome, and it's like adult-made comedy and a great show. Another sign of potential quality in this upcoming Monarch TV series. And last we have Madeline Snetzinger, who also helped on the Lost in Space Netflix series. All of these assistant directors have worked on quality productions in the past, so this is good news, I think. The show is still set to start filming this July and go all the way into about Christmas time of this year, so expect more news to come on that here in the future. Before we get into the episode further, I once again want to recommend our sponsor, HelloFresh. I've been loving working with these guys over the last month, and it's nice to know that their meal plans are equally as enjoyable. The spring means you may have more people coming over to bum food off of you, and HelloFresh is perfect for that, because you can go ahead and order enough food to feed large groups at a time, and even have some leftovers to eat the next day. Your friends and family are probably gonna love it too. You know that special taste that good restaurant food has? Well, the recipes of HelloFresh are each prepared and tested by seasoned professional chefs who know how to work your taste buds in beautiful ways. Now, my ravioli here may not be the best for this, but if you are wanting to get a little trimmed around the belly for the summertime, HelloFresh is pretty solid for helping you maintain a cleaner and healthier diet so you can end up looking like Kong in no time. So use our link to go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGDangerville16 for up to 16 free meals. Plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, all with free shipping. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, so in a bit of more unsettling news coming from the Monsterverse, turns out Netflix, the streaming giant, is struggling pretty hard right now. Now they've taken a recent nosedive in subscribers and overall views, which has led to the streaming platform to actually cancel upcoming future animation projects. Which of course has me worried about the Skull Island anime series that Netflix was supposed to make. We haven't heard much on this series literally since the day it was announced like a year ago, so there could be some behind the scenes troubles going on. But one thing I will say is that these shows that have been canceled are kind of random new projects. They're not collaborative efforts like we have here with the Skull Island series. You know, they have Legendary. You know, Legendary has a little bit of say in if their show gets canceled or not. So I still think the Skull Island anime series is going to come out. Whether or not it's on Netflix is still up in the air at this point, but I wouldn't fear too much just yet. I think the Skull Island anime series is safe, but I figured it was nice to let you guys know that Netflix is struggling, and if the Skull Island series is canceled, I sadly wouldn't be surprised. But if that was the case, I think it would end up probably just going over to Apple TV or HBO Max before it was just straight up canned. But if anything is to come out about this Skull Island anime series, it more than likely will come out in this Comic-Con, which I believe is in July usually, somewhere around that point. So if we don't hear anything about this Skull Island series at that point, then we can start being afraid that this series is not ever gonna come out. And moving on to our last bit of news in this Atomic update, the Prehistoric Planet dinosaur documentary released its full-on first official trailer last week, and well, it's doing pretty good considering it's just a documentary. It already has over 5 million views, which is pretty big. It's bigger than a lot of recent Jurassic World trailers that have come out. Now, this series is set to be narrated by the legendary David Attenborough, which, you know, he makes everything better when he narrates it or is just a part of the production. And speaking of production, Jon Favreau, literally one of the very few people in Hollywood right now that actually understands what the viewers and fans want to see, is producing this. So very good that they got those two massive big names in this production here. Now, this is one of the first modern paleo documentaries to come out in a really long time, but I get the sense that it is indeed inspired from the classic Prehistoric Planet, otherwise known as Walking with the Dinosaurs, that came out like 20 years ago, that we clearly love here at Dangerville. It was one of my favorite series growing up. I actually had the DVD for this so I could watch it over and over again. They had Ben Stiller narrate it at first, and then I think they got some other guy to do it as well. I don't know what caused that. If anybody knows why they had Ben Stiller and then the next time the show came out, which was the same show, they got some new narrator to work on it, let me know down below. It'd be a cool little, I don't know, fact check sort of thing. As much as I like that old classic documentary, this new one will bring to the world more modernized views of the paleo world, more accurate, and, you know, probably gonna piss people off because it's changing a lot of the beliefs that we have of dinosaurs, but that's okay. I mean, this is reflecting what the modern paleo world is thinking about dinosaurs, and there's nothing wrong with that. And actually, the quality looks so damn good, I don't think people will mostly care, because one thing that's really great about these dinosaur documentaries when they're well made is how they incorporate real-world scenery, real-world objects like sand and footprints and stuff like that, and then they throw in these really highly detailed CGI models, and it just comes in so good. And this new series just looks to be continuing that awesome quality production that we see in the most top-notch of documentaries, and I'm excited. So let me know if you're going to watch this new Prehistoric Planet. It's also on Apple TV. Seems like everything we like here at Dangerville is going to Apple TV, just one more streamer. Still not a fan of that, but hey, sounds cool, I guess. And if you're excited for Prehistoric Planet, it's set to come out very soon, May 23rd through May 27th. It's supposed to be like a 4 or 5-part series. You know, it's just going to be like a 5-day long super event. It's not a long dragged out season, and it's not just one episode. It's like a mini series sort of deal. And that's it for today in this Atomic News update. Once again, thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. And if you want to see more news updates on Prehistoric Planet, the Skull Island series, and of course, the Monarch TV series, subscribe, hit the bell, and become a resident of Dangerville. I hope my face wasn't too distracting for you all in this video, and let me know if you want to see more videos or actually come on here and show myself. Anyway guys, this has been Jacob, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.